Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. And now your host, Kyle Ruff.
Are we on? Is
We
it on?
are, we are live, bud.
I'm not ready to podcast yet.
You're
Give
not
me a
ready?
second. Nope.
All right. Take a deep breath. Get it out.
Podcast. We're gonna podcast.
Podcast.
I just gotta get in the fucking
Podcast.
zone, dude.
Barack Obama. I need to do some vocal warm-ups. Barack Hussein Obama.
Enunciate. Enunciate.
Barack Hussein
Hit it.
Obama.
Perfect.
There
that
it
was it.
is.
I'm ready now.
I'm
I just
ready
needed. I think I needed to
You
hear
needed to
that.
hear that.
Yeah, I needed to hear your vocal warm-ups to get in the
Awesome. So
get in
welcome.
the sauce.
Welcome to the Steamboat Comedy Podcast.
Woo.
Everybody, hooray, we did it again.
Yeah.
I'm your host yet again, Kyle Ruff, joined by Matthew Newland. How are you, sir?
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here, and we do have a third party here today.
Oh,
we
yes.
do.
We have
we
our
have a guest.
Our mascot. Shout out to my mom, friend of the show, who in the theme of Steamboat Comedy, like our logo, we have a moose with a microphone. He doesn't have a cigarette. He doesn't need a cigarette, though.
He does need a cig. We'll get him a cig
We'll
later.
get him a cig.
Does he have a name? What's your name?
What is his name? Carl?
Carl. Carl, where are you from?
Carl?
Carl, where are you from?
Carl?
Not a great guest so far.
Well, while he's thinking about that, of course, kicking off the show, we got to thank our sponsor, Billow.
we do have
yet
to thank
again.
him.
Billow Premium Cannabis. Thank you for all that you do.
We're super thankful for you because it is Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving.
And I'm thankful to have a sponsor,
Yes.
and we're thankful for weed.
We love, yes. Thank you, Jesus, for the weed.
Thanks, Jesus.
Yeah, shout out to Billow. Of course, as you guys know, if you're a Steamboat local, locals get discounts on everything, always. Holy shit.
That's crazy.
And they also threw an awesome party the other night that we
Yeah.
went to. That was a good time.
Came home with a lampshade on my head, dude.
Am I right?
it was a doozy. I was cutting a rug all night.
Yeah,
my wife was pissed.
my wife, Elizabeth, well, it was Friday night, and it's funny because, like, they had a band and stuff, and the band was good. Whatever. Cycles, I want to say they were called.
Yeah.
In front of the show, Cycles.
From the show, we'll have him on.
And no one gave a shit because the Mike Tyson fight was on.
Yeah.
And so the whole bar was just on the other side watching the shittiest boxing match.
And the fucking Netflix stream sucked.
And then Netflix got roasted.
They're
on
getting
the internet.
eviscerated. Dude, I'd hate to be Netflix right now.
Yeah. Man, but they're just wiping their tears with
Yeah.
$100 bills.
Whew, they are in hot water now. I'm glad I'm not one of them.
Yeah, right? Guy's got to be so embarrassed just eating lobster on his yacht. You know?
Yeah, dude. He's really kicking himself for that one.
Yeah, dude.
What a fucking jackass. Carl, what are your thoughts
Carl,
on the
what are your
Tyson
thoughts
Paul
on
fight?
Yeah, Carl?
Is he deaf?
Carl.
Carl, we'll come back to him.
We'll
Think
come
about
back
the
to him.
Tyson Paul fight. We'll come right back to him.
Mhm.
What did you think about the fight as a whole on this Thanksgiving podcast?
Oh, it sucked.
Yeah.
I'm never watching boxing again. I said that after the Pacquiao Mayweather fight forever ago.
Yeah.
Because it was this Mayweather just hugs everyone and then he wins. And you're just
Yeah.
like, what is this? This is stupid. I was like, I'm never watching boxing again. And then because I'm an idiot, and mostly because it was just on at the bar, I watched it again.
Yeah.
And it was still stupid.
It was still sucked ass. The
Still
fights
dumb.
before it were sick, but
Yeah.
the
chicks, dude.
the two yeah.
I
The
can't
chicks
remember.
went at it.
the
Her
one that had-
eye was open all the way.
Oh, my God. Well, they just let the other chick, whose name was Katie, because she just had Katie on her belt,
Yeah.
which I loved. Like, the one boxer chick had, like, an advertisement on
Yeah.
her waist, and then the other chick was just like, nah, bitch, I'm Katie.
I'm Katie.
Motherfucker.
You need to know who you're fighting.
In case you forgot. But they just let her headbutt the other chick a bunch of times,
Yeah.
and then her face started bleeding, and I was like, that can't be allowed.
It was like the biggest gash on an eye I've ever seen.
It was, and
was
she just
so-
kept hitting it and making it
yeah,
bigger.
it was like drooping over. Luckily, she had eyelashes, or it would have gone into her eye. Like her
Ugh.
eyelash was holding it up, like a knapsack.
That was so like a homeless man's knapsack.
No, I hated the fights though, dude.
They
I didn't like
stank.
them at all. Fucking Mike
Stupid
Tyson
Jake
was
Paul.
68 years old.
68,
58,
fighting a
58.
27-year-old.
58, but still
Still.
60 years old.
He's literally
What are
30
we
years
doing?
older.
Why are we doing that?
Because people watch it for some reason, and Jake Paul made
Why do we
$40 million.
watch it? I watched it, but I don't know why.
I watched it because it was on, and I wanted to see the freak show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone out of my way to see it.
No.
If it wasn't on Netflix and I had to like pay for it or something, God forbid, no way in hell.
No, never would have paid for it.
Stink
Tyson
butt.
fucking.
He made $20 million for losing that fight.
I'd hate to be him right now.
Yeah,
dude.
so
That would
yeah,
suck, dude.
What a terrible
They're
life.
in for it. Well, I hope he has a good Thanksgiving, and I
Yeah.
hope we do. What are you thankful for this year?
What am I I'm thankful right now. I'm thankful to be just back in here and not going anywhere for a while
Yeah,
because I've been, you
going
know,
places.
all over the place.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just did this comedy festival at Marquette. So the last podcast we were all talking about our college glory days. So I
Yeah.
went back to the college town, Marquette, Michigan, friend of the show,
Friend of the show.
and it was awesome. But I did the math between driving and flying and layovers and shit. It was 23 hours of travel.
Yeah, dude.
That was a lot.
It's a lot of. What did you have just time with your thoughts? Did you do
Dude,
anything?
So I mostly just played Sudoku on my phone, which is what
You
I normally
love
I
Sudoku
love
on your
Sudoku
phone.
on my phone. It's a problem.
You like it a lot.
I need to delete it sometimes if I play too much, and then I'll just re-download it and play it some
Yeah.
more. But
Just get you a book.
I know I have books, and I bring books with me, and then I just play Sudoku and listen to podcasts.
Yeah. Let's get you a Sudoku book. I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Yay!
Sudoku book.
But no, so I'm traveling. This is on the way there, okay?
Okay.
And I make it so I drive to Denver, right? Stay the night, party with Jess, aka Forrest Mommy on Twitter, friend of the
Friend
show.
of the show.
And so long drive, we party, we're up all night. The next day, we go to the airport, and I'm traveling, and like I get to my layover in Chicago, and I'm sitting there, and I'm kind of like moving, and I have like there's like a pain in my left butt cheek. And I'm just like, what is it? Like? It feels like my like hip bone is going through my butt, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm just like, oh, it's so painful. And then then I got to sit on a flight for another several hours.
Yeah, yeah.
And then get there and then drive another couple hours. Oh, this pain in my butt cheek.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is this? And I get to my hotel and I'm taking a shower and I look down, I feel it, and there's a zit.
No.
There's a zit on my butt cheek
Oh.
about the size of a quarter, bro.
A tight one.
A big tight one. And I never get zits.
A quarter?
It was huge. I was like, what is this? And of course I popped it and it was like
No.
It was like
No.
it was like
Oh.
a fountain of pus, bro.
Mm.
It was so nasty.
Oh, did you videotape it? That's Dr. Pimple Popper, bro.
I mean, I was by myself. And it was like on the hard.
This is why you need to
couldn't
take
even-
me with you. No.
I know, right?
That's why you shouldn't travel alone, dude. I've been telling you this.
But I couldn't even see it because it was on like the deep recesses of my butt.
oh my
So
god.
I just had to like dip my head under and like I squeezed and I saw a bunch of shit just fall
You
out.
dipped your head under?
Yeah, I was like standing in the shower with my head between my legs, looking at my ass, popping this zit. It was massive.
What the fuck?
It sucked, and then it was just gone in like a day. It was fine like the next day.
And it popped instantly.
Oh yeah.
That's huge.
I mean,
'Cause
I had to give it a little bit of elbow grease for sure.
yeah, but that's usually the nightmare is you find the zit and you're like, oh, let's get rid of this, and then it doesn't pop.
Yeah,
and then
it
it's
just swells
yeah,
up
for
and hurts.
3 more days.
Yeah,
you're like,
dude.
oh shit, this is a problem.
Mm.
But actually, that's a pretty good story because it
Yeah.
came to a nice end.
It did.
You popped it.
I popped it, and
came
it
out-
got all better.
Oh, size of a quarter.
It was. I just like reached out and felt it, and I was like, oh god,
Yeah,
like this is like a tumor on my butt.
and you thought your butt cheek was going.
I
through.
literally like it hurt so bad, and it was like right where my hip bone like hits the seat,
Oh.
and I was like, what's going on here?
yeah.
And then, yeah, it was just this big nasty butt zit.
Did you
dude.
think it was cancer at all for a little bit?
I always think that's my first thought every time. Do I have ass
Anything's
cancer?
wrong. Yeah.
Hip cancer? We have to replace my hips.
Oh, that's crazy. That actually brings up a topic I had written down. Like,
Oh.
what's the what do you think the worst place is to get a zit?
Oh, did we not? No, we were just talking about this in real life, not on the podcast. The worst place to get a zit by far is like the edge of your lip, like especially the
Yep.
top one. Like I'll get like ingrown mustache hairs there, and then you pop them, and they just hurt so fucking
It hurts bad,
And then it looks like you have herpes afterwards.
and it doesn't look great.
It doesn't look good.
No.
No, it's the worst. That's the double whammy.
And you have to go around and tell everyone, I don't have herpes. It was just a zit.
It's just a
like
zit.
before you even
And they're
talk
like,
to them.
sure.
They're like, where did you come from?
Anytime, yeah, they're like, whoa.
Dude, it's the library. Leave me alone.
Yeah, who
You're like,
are
I
you?
just don't have herpes. I wanted to tell
I
you
just
that.
want you to know it's just a cold sore.
It's just a cold sore. How's the little one doing?
Yeah. How are you, kids?
Dude, it's wild because we talked about that like probably 2 weeks ago, and I was like, that's fun to talk about.
Mhm.
And you said that was your answer.
Yeah.
And then 4 days later, got a big fat zit right on the corner.
Oh no.
The corner. So not upper, not
Like
down.
right in the corner?
Right on the corner. Popped it, and then it It was kind of cold out.
So it cracked.
It would crack every time I went to eat.
Oh, that's the
For like
worst.
4 days. I'd go to take a bite and I just feel my lip open up.
I had a little like just from it being so dry lately.
Yeah.
I've just been like my whole face is falling apart. I had to like dip my
gotta-
face in moisturizer.
You need
now.
to dip in moisturizer.
I need to
too.
just have a bucket and just like slap my face into it like
Yeah.
twice a day. But yeah, I got my lips split a little bit there. It fucking hurts so bad. I hate it.
It's the worst. And then again, you got to tell everybody that you don't
Yeah,
have
I
herpes.
don't have herpes.
Anyone that came into work, I was like, this isn't herpes if you were thinking that, by the way. I had a zit and now it's opening every time I eat.
That's the worst. And then it looks like it's like talking.
Yeah,
when
they
you
were like,
talk.
can I just ship this package? And I was like, yeah, but I need to hear you say that I don't
Yes,
have
I need you
herpes.
to confirm. Say, Matt, you don't have herpes.
And then I'll type it into the system because we need that
Yes,
information
and
to
I'm
ship
gonna
this out.
record, I need you to hold up your ID, and I'm
Yeah.
going to record you saying it.
I'm going to record you, and I got your badge number. He's like, I'm not a cop.
And you're like, I have your badge number.
Yeah.
Am I being detained?
All right, I do have herpes.
But they're just on my crotch.
Yeah, these ones aren't the
Yeah, it's not. The real herpes I have are way worse than
Oh
this.
my god, dude. I'm excited for Thanksgiving. What do you correlate Thanksgiving with?
Food, of course. Food and football, baby. The 2 Fs.
Carl, what do you correlate it with?
Carl?
Do you celebrate Thanksgiving or are you one of those
Hmm.
sadists?
Is he a Jewish moose? Do they celebrate
Are you a
Thanksgiving?
Jewish moose?
Are you a Jewish moose? A juice?
Carl, now what is your heritage? Carl,
Carl?
are you a Jewish moose?
Carl?
He's a Jewish moose.
Hmm.
You go football and turkey is what you're correlating it with?
Well, of course.
Did
The
you ever-
Lions losing and turkey.
Yeah. And the
And mashed
cow.
potatoes. Oh, I'm a slut for mashed potatoes, dude.
I always think of John Madden, dude. The eight wings.
The turducken.
The eight
The 8-legged
legs.
turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Johnny Madden's front of the show in heaven.
So if you weren't around back when John Madden would announce the Thanksgiving game, he'd have an 8-legged turkey there,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of the game, he would take all the 8 legs and eat them as fast as he could
And then he'd throw up
until
half
he
the
had
time.
a coronary.
And that's how he died.
Yeah, and he did it until the day he died.
He
and
died doing what
friend
he
of the
loved.
show, John Madden, rest in peace.
Sweet.
Did you ever like do the kid like football games growing up? Like we gotta go play football. It's Thanksgiving. Play football in the
like
morning.
with your cousins and shit?
Yeah,
No, not really, because all
I
my
didn't
cousins
either.
were a lot older than me.
really.
Yeah,
What was it like growing up?
just in general. Well, my dad wasn't hitting me. It was no, I'm just kidding. My dad.
When my dad was around, he was hitting me.
Yeah, when he wasn't putting lit cigarettes out on my face. We played some football.
You
Yeah.
want to see these skies?
I always chose the wrench because fuck you.
You don't like these skies, do you?
You don't want to hear this shit, Scarlett. It's got to be, if there's a Steamboat Comedy Podcast drinking game, it's Batman references and Goodwill Hunting references.
Oh, all right.
No, what do you correlate it with?
Smallpox.
Smallpox.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you?
I mean, I've never had it.
Because it makes me think of the Indians, and then I know we smallpox.
We
them.
got him with the smallpox.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't do that.
No, we didn't.
You
do that,
didn't
and we
do
don't
that.
condone
I
that.
don't even know if that's actually true.
Well, I know that germ theory wasn't invented until like 100 years later. Like doctors didn't start washing their hands until like the 1920s. So I don't
Damn.
know how much they really understood
Yeah.
about the smallpox on the blankets, but they might have had an idea. They were definitely getting smallpox.
They were for sure getting
They knew that
smallpox.
like if someone had it and you touched them, then you got the smallpox. If you,
Yeah.
like, licked
We're
them.
not here to dissect
No,
why I correlate smallpox with Thanksgiving.
just you do,
I just do.
and that's just the way it is. That's
It
just
is.
the way it is.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh, mashed potatoes. Done. That was
we
really.
we asked that last time, I think.
We did, yes.
Yep.
We had an icebreaker thing at work because it's fucking corporate go back to work time and everyone's new and it's like, let's go around the room and say your favorite thing. And I got asked the icebreaker question: if you could make one holiday, you could create your own holiday,
Yeah.
what would it be? And I said National Mashed Potato Day.
And did the crowd go wild?
Yeah.
Standing O.
Another guy, there was flowers being thrown.
Yeah.
And then another guy got asked the same question. He said National Gravy Day, and then we high fived.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It was awesome.
Do you know that guy?
Yeah, it was
Did
Jerry, friend of the show, Jerry.
All right. Hell yeah, Jerry. I feel like you guys should have got a beer after that. Maybe
Um,
he should be your new fucking podcast host. Jesus, dude.
Because you love
I
Jerry
feel like
so
you
much.
won't stop talking about him.
Who is Jerry?
Who is Jerry? It's driving me nuts. First, we got Carl in here giving us a silent treatment, like he's big timing us,
He really is.
and then you're talking about Jerry nonstop. I feel like this is going downhill.
Yeah.
Carl, did you think of any topics?
Carl?
Carl, any topics?
Carl?
I do have a Thanksgiving topic.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get back to Carl.
We'll get back to Carl. The election happened and there's no apocalypse.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
Right?
Yeah, everything's just like fine and normal and just the way it was before, basically.
I didn't expect that to happen.
No?
No.
I mean, we should still do comedy shows at the Junkyard just because we can and still charge bullets to get in. But
Because bullets are
because
expensive.
bullets are expensive.
Yeah, nothing happened. We're
It's-
still here podcasting.
It's almost like it doesn't matter that much.
Don't you dare say that. You fucking uneducated
Oh,
piece
sorry.
of shit,
I'm an
dude.
uneducated
You're the
swine.
problem with America.
Dude.
You dipshit, which is what someone on TikTok said to us.
That is friend of the show.
Friend of the show guy on
Friend of
TikTok.
the show,
calling us
random hater
dipshit.
on TikTok.
You're the problem with America. You don't think that election was important, and you think you can just go through your day the way
Yeah.
you were going through all your other days?
You think the world isn't ending
You think?
now that Papa T is in?
Why don't you try reading a book? Sheep.
Sheep.
Gotta start calling people sheep again.
Yeah.
Carl had an affair with a sheep the other week. He was he was talking before the podcast like it was fucking
Yeah.
hotcakes.
I know. We're
He
like,
was
Carl,
like-
dude, save it for the pod. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking all these sheep. And now he's shutting his mouth.
Yeah, ruined
Carl?
his first marriage is what he said.
I know.
Said he went into a deep depression.
He still wears the ring, which is kind of sad.
It is sad.
It's kind of sad, Carl.
And it doesn't fit on the hoof.
It doesn't fit on his hoof at all.
No, he
You look
should get that.
preposterous.
You should get that thing resized, Carl.
Yeah.
God, are
Yeah.
you even with us?
Yeah, dude. Hello. Anywho, yeah, Thanksgiving, man, coming up. We're gonna have a little fat boy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's
Yeah.
coming up,
Uh-huh.
dude.
Are
The
you-
election happened. That was a good Thanksgiving election.
Good Thanksgiving election.
Yeah,
That's what I'm grateful for, is that we had an election.
we did have an election, and it was important as shit.
I
dude.
heard Roseanne Barr on a podcast. She bet someone $1,000 that we wouldn't have an election.
Damn it.
She's like, it's all gonna hit the fan and we're all gonna die. That's my Roseanne impression. We're all gonna hit the fan, we're all gonna die. And then, of course, none of that happened.
Dude, anyone that says it's important, I just think of Roseanne.
When I think of the politics and the election, I think of Roseanne.
I think of
Barr.
Roseanne for sure. She knows a lot. Do you know who the social media influencer is? Livy Dunn?
Livy Dunn.
Livy Dunn?
Livy Dunn? Dune or Dunn?
I don't know if it's Dune or Dunn.
Is she in the movie Dune?
She's a gymnast for LSU.
Oh, yeah, she's
You know who I'm
hot.
talking
She's
about?
like really hot and stuff.
Yeah, you think she'd date me?
Ugh.
You don't think so?
I mean, if she got to know you,
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
'cause you're a
she
great guy.
Dude, if she got to know
she
me,
got to know you.
if Livy Dunn, got to know
You should probably figure out her name if you're gonna ask her out. You should probably figure that out.
I can do the splits.
Can you?
Yeah. You've seen me do the
Are you
splits.
like sideways or like forward and
front
back?
leg forward,
Front leg forward.
front and back. I go
Both ways?
I go perpendicular with it.
Both legs though.
Yeah, both legs.
Damn, dude.
I got to warm up pretty
Does it
big
hurt
for
your
it.
testes when you do that?
No, not at all.
No, because they're like
Mm-mm.
way up there.
Yeah, I just got very mobile hips. My
Mm.
hips are mobile. And that's another good thing about dating me is, boy, these hips are mobile.
These hips are mobile.
These hips are made for mobile. Yeah, I think she would date me
I think so.
under the right circumstance.
Yeah.
In good lighting,
And good. If you had great lighting, like downward lighting, where you can see your abs.
like moonlighting,
yeah.
abd moonlighting.
Abdomen lighting.
So if there was not a cloud in the sky and it was nighttime,
Right.
full moon,
Yeah.
you could see my abs.
Yeah.
I'm doing the splits.
It's a full moon night on the cornfields.
How's she gonna say no?
How's she gonna say no?
She's not gonna.
How could you? Yeah, that would be insane.
I think she's dating like a professional pitcher right now, which
a
is
baseball player.
yeah, or a college baseball player.
Baseball player.
Yeah, he plays college. What? He's not good enough for the pros.
Yeah. Can't do it.
Fucking idiot.
He's not even old enough yet.
Yeah.
An idiot.
What a dipshit, dude. When I was in college,
Yeah.
I was also a professional pitcher.
Were you
Yeah,
just pitching tents
for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
for the Dodgers? Those are my glory days.
Oh man, what a fucking week it's been. How have you guys been?
Friends of the show,
How have you guys
leave
been?
a comment below. Let us know
Write us
how
in.
you are, and also like our clips. Damn it!
Like our clips, but don't
If you're scrolling past and you see it, give it a goddamn like.
give it a like. It's fun
Why
for
are you
everybody.
so stingy?
It's just fun for everybody. Yeah, give it up. Stop being prude.
And I noticed that the more likes we get out of a video, the more views it gets. I don't know how algorithms work.
Seems to be a direct correlation.
Seems to be a direct correlation.
Carl was chatting our ear off about algorithms earlier.
Yeah, I know. He's
Nice.
our producer.
Silent as a
he's
mouse, dude.
He was giving me all kinds of advice. You know, I couldn't understand any of it because he speaks in Moose.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
I was translating. I do speak moose.
you do speak Moose, so it's good that that's why you're still on the
When
show.
I was a pitcher in college, I spoke moose.
yeah.
I spoke moose.
I spoke Moose.
Now he's quiet as a fucking mouse, which is wild because he is a moose.
Yeah.
Mooses aren't usually quiet like mouses.
He's quiet as a moose, as they said.
I have some sentences that have never been said. Should
do
we do them?
you have sentences that have never been said?
Thanksgiving edition.
It's time for Matt Newland's sentences that have never been said before. Thanksgiving edition.
Sentence 1. Damn. Grandma accidentally put fentanyl instead of sugar in the pumpkin pie again this year.
Again. She's got to quit buying that sugar on the street. Bro.
I know.
You
Well,
never
she's got
know
to
they're
stop
putting
putting it next to her fentanyl. Is the big problem.
she has like one of those like flower pots,
Yeah.
just full of fentanyl.
She
You know, it's
doesn't.
full of
She doesn't
sugar.
tag them,
No,
so you don't know which is which.
she usually just does a finger dip. She's like,
Yeah.
Yep, that's fentanyl.
Yeah.
She falls over.
She falls asleep for 14 hours, and then we have Thanksgiving. Yeah, that one's never been said.
That's never been said. I don't think I would hope that mistake hasn't been made before.
No. Well, I don't think it's been made before, but it could get made this year. Like, fentanyl's big right
After
now.
this election, dude,
With the way crazy things
the way
are.
things are going.
How crazy life is right now. All right, sentence number 2. Well, folks, it's Thanksgiving time, and as you know, that means mohawks and dab rigs for everybody.
Mohawks. So that's when you think of Thanksgiving, you think mohawks and dab rigs
For everybody.
for everybody.
Because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And everybody deserves
And
mohawks.
that's what we're thankful for. I'm like, I'm so thankful I live in a country where I can have a mohawk and smoke dabs
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving and eat fentanyl pie.
As you all know, that's what that means.
Such is tradition.
I feel like maybe a haircut place could do that. Like a cool haircut place in Denver
Like
that
a real
also
hip one, and they're
let-
like, yeah, you want to smoke a dab?
Yeah, they allow smoking weed. Because I think they're doing that in Denver now. You can just smoke weed in, like, normal places.
Really?
Like, yeah, they have, like, preschools and stuff that are, like, weed-friendly.
Nice.
So you can drop your kid off at school and then
Right.
get high with the teachers.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a preschool teacher, you kind of have to rip dabs.
Yeah, and they have like licensing for it. Like, it's tough to get the licensing.
Right.
But you see all these other spots, like restaurants and stuff. They're like, we're not allow. But I saw preschools were doing it. And
yeah,
like
that's
even
great. That's progress.
like every spot in Denver can do that now. You name
Nice.
it. DMV has a pot friendly section.
Cool.
You can go to even the prisons, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets bored in there. You got to get a little high,
Yeah.
you know?
And if I was homeless in Denver, I'd go to prison to get high.
Yeah, we should just go to prison.
Ooh.
don't have to pay
That
rent
could solve the
anymore.
homeless problem.
Put them all in jail?
We'll give them incentive to go to jail because there's weed there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Free weed. Free prison weed.
Free prison
Everyone
weed.
knows prison weed is the best weed.
They start doing some
Next to Billow Premium Cannabis.
friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
All right, I got another sentence.
All right. Let's hear it.
I don't know if this one is much of a sentence as it is. It just made me laugh when I wrote it.
Okay.
All right. Sentence number 3. The Pilgrims came over on the Mayflower in November. They should have named it the November Flower.
That's so fucking stupid. That's worse than my turntables dad joke, dude. That's a fucking dad joke.
Oh, it's good. You loved it. You
I-
laughed. I laughed when I wrote it. It doesn't matter if it's bad or good if it made you laugh.
You need to do that on stage.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to see how that goes.
Came over.
It should have been the November flower. Am I right?
Am I right, guys? Who's with me? Because May? They should have came over in May.
They should have came over in May.
That would have been easier
That
than
would make more sense.
the dead of winter. They came over here in 1660, I think, on the Mayflower.
Is that what it was?
Because Columbus sailed it in 1492.
Yeah, that's when he sailed the ocean blue.
And then the Pilgrims studied him like fucking crazy for
They're like-
about 150
Like,
years.
how did you do it? And he's like, well, I really love murdering people from other cultures. So
yeah.
that was my main driver.
And then the Pilgrims jotted that down.
And they're like, duly noted.
There's
Grab the
peop-
blankets.
There's people over there to murder, you say? Perfect.
Ooh.
Well, let's go over there on the Mayflower in November?
In November.
November?
Yeah, that's probably when they were getting on the boat. They're like, oh, what's the name of this boat? And they were just like, oh, it's the Mayflower. And they're like, wait, what?
But what month is it, idiots?
But it's November.
Yeah.
I would have got off the boat. I'd be like, I don't trust this fucking
Yeah, I'm waiting till May.
this out of touch boat.
Fucking idiots. They missed a golden opportunity
Golden
there.
opportunity.
God damn. Well, that was sentences that have never been said
Sense has
before.
never been said before by Matt Newland.
That
Thank
was
you.
crazy. Yeah, no problem. I don't know if that one's been said. I don't think it has. Is it stupid
I
enough?
don't know how someone had to have made. I'm gonna check like dad jokes Instagram and see. If
I
they
didn't
have that.
steal it.
Are you? What are you trying to say,
Morty.
Ooh, Morty?
Morty, you got anything else to talk about, Carl?
Carl,
You've added nothing to
Yeah,
this
you
show.
are a
You have been a complete
fucking
disappointment.
disappointment. Now I'm excited for. I'm like not ready. I'm like ready for winter, but I'm not ready for winter.
Yeah, like the cold.
Yeah,
Dude, let's do it.
I'm excited to go skiing and get back up there. I want to try to get some plans together to make some silly content
Yes.
on the mountain.
Silly content.
Silly
mountains.
content mountain. But yeah, just the cold, like going outside and putting on gloves and stuff. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's the shitty part. I'm going to fucking ski it up. I'm going to buy a whole new setup. I
You
don't
said you
give a
got
shit.
First Tracks?
I got First Tracks.
First Tracks, that's the early pass.
If you don't know what First Tracks is, then you're Jerry, dude.
You're a dork.
And you're a fucking dork.
All I got to do is say
You.
I'm going to work, and then I get First Tracks.
Yeah. That is pretty sick. That's a sick.
Because I'm salary, baby, and they don't know my schedule.
Yeah, but then do they see your pass getting scanned on other lifts if you do that?
Oh, they don't check.
They don't check.
Ah.
I think you're outing yourself right here, dude.
Ah.
You're blowing it.
Whoops.
You had it all and you blew it.
And you blew it.
Yeah. I'm excited to buy. I'm going to buy a whole new setup. I'm going to spend a lot of money on
Are
it.
you?
Yeah, because I'm rich.
Oh, dude, I forgot. I screwed up so bad. I need new boots. And I can't remember his name, friend of the show, from the show we did with Robbie in Denver. He was like, dude, I like run a ski shop and come out and I'll hook it up. And I was like, for sure. And I forgot to go over there when I was in Denver.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all right. I still get hooked up other places because I'm a fucking celebrity.
We'll just steal some shit from the fucking tourists that come into town.
Oh, yeah. We'll just beat them up and take the shit.
Yeah, get them blacked out on fucking peppermint schnapps.
Yeah.
And then steal their equipment.
That's my whole job.
Yeah.
I take people up on the mountain and I bring them into Ragnar's, friend of the show, and I get them hammered and then I take their stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing how many people like will go so up to Rendezvous Lodge. You have to ski to get there.
Yep.
That's the only way to get there. And then like we put out ski racks out front for people. You put your skis there and then you come in and then you come out. You put your skis back on. You
Yeah.
leave. The end of the day, they'll just be skis there.
Those people are dead.
Yeah, which is like, yeah, where did you go? How did you leave here?
Yeah.
And there's just a pair of skis out front, and you're like, how is this possible?
That is wild.
Like, what happened? Did you just walk home? You're like, I hate this. And you just walk, or you were just skiing
Walked
down with an
4
extra
miles
pair.
to the base.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's crazy. It's madness.
I think we need to look into that.
Yeah,
You guys have cameras out there
I think
for
so.
sure. There's you can check the cams. You can check them locally
You can check. There's just like
on the internet.
yeah, there's an internet
yeah.
cam.
We
Yeah.
should look into that. They're disappearing. There's like cold cases, bro.
Yeah, it's literally a cold case.
What do you guys do with those skis you find?
We just send them to Lost and Found,
Huh?
or steal them
Or steal them?
and sell them on the internet.
Interesting.
Yeah, what do they do?
Do you think they ever existed in the first place?
Ghosts. That's your theory? You think it's like skier ghosts?
Yeah. Like the skis have always been there and they always will be there because time doesn't exist.
Because time is a flat circle.
Yeah.
That's very possible.
So were the skis there at the beginning of the day or were they there at the end of the day?
Were
Were they ever there at all?
Yeah. Was I ever there at all?
You weren't.
I wasn't.
You don't work there anymore, dude. You're fired.
I don't exist.
Yeah.
This is the Matrix.
This is the Matrix, and we're podcasting in the Matrix, which is dope.
Which is pretty cool.
Which is cool. I've always wanted to have a breakdown on the podcast about having to do a podcast.
How
I don't
much?
know what the fuck to talk about anymore, dude.
So much pressure. I don't know how to
We just
talk.
have to fucking podcast, or people fucking hate it if we don't.
And then you just wake up in a pod.
Yeah, dude. And your arm's broken, so it's in a cast.
And you're like,
You're like,
"Ah! What happened to me?"
And Neo's like, "You are the chosen one,"
Yes. And you're like, sick.
but he's a bald black guy.
Like, whoa.
And you're like, "I thought you were Morpheus," and he's like, "No, you've had it wrong the whole time."
You've had it wrong the whole time.
What if there was a whole nother Matrix movie?
A whole nother Matrix movie outside of the Matrix?
But it's just like the Matrix, except the only
They
difference.
just switch Lawrence Fishburne. And
Neo.
I'd like to think it would be in the alternate universe, it would be the Matrix version where Will Smith took the lead part instead of
Yeah.
Keanu.
And he just goes around virtually slapping people.
Yeah, he just goes around. Yeah,
plugged into the Matrix.
he's just really mad about his wife.
Yeah. He's like, you see her? She's not bald.
Yeah. She doesn't look like G.I. Jane. Slapping people.
Yeah, and Jada Pinkett has just a full head of hair in this version of the
Yeah.
Matrix down to the
And
floor.
so you're just confused. Like, why do you keep calling her bald? She's not bald.
Yeah.
And he's like, shut up. And he's just
Shut
starts
up, she has
slapping.
alopecia. And you're like, no, she doesn't. She's got a full head of hair.
Yeah, I can see it.
He's just slapping
And he
his
just
way.
just
Everyone's Agent Smith.
Agent
just
Smith, he's just slapping their heads right off, just left and right.
He's like, G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
Demi Moore, you bitch.
Demi, you did this to me. Why?
Why, Demi? Don't leave me here with the kids.
All the agents are just fucking Chris Rock, and he's just slapping them all to death, just smashing.
He's like, I can't afford to pay for all these agents. That's a Matrix movie that should get written and will get written if we put our minds to it.
Oh, we can.
That is crazy about the skis.
It doesn't make any sense, dude. It's crazy.
That's fucking firing me up. I'm
It's-
getting fired up about
It's
that.
a mystery, bro. It's a
Huh.
legit mystery. And we're always just like, we'll find a pair and we'll just look at each other and be like, how? How does this happen? No one
It's
knows.
fun.
No one knows.
And no one has an idea.
No one has an idea.
What's the best ever? I think ghosts or like
I mean, ghosts could be the culprit. Could be Yetis. It is on the mountain. Could be Yetis.
employees though.
Yetis just snatching people and taking
Yeah.
them in the woods and eating them, and then they're just skis. All that's left is their skis because they can't eat those.
Oh, dude, a Yeti would be sick to me. I'd love to have a Yeti on the show with us.
I'll reach out.
Yeah.
I'll reach
If we
out.
can get a Yeti on the show, dude, we're
yeah.
going to the top.
Then you're fucking out of here, Carl.
You're done, Carl. 'Cause you have.
If you were a fucking Yeti,
You
show
know
would
what-
be so much better.
You know what he was telling me before the show?
What?
He thought you were cute.
Really?
That's what he said. But now I think
Carl.
he's bashful.
Is that why he's not talking? He's embarrassed?
I think he's shy
Carl.
because we're cute.
I am looking right at his butthole right now.
Yeah, what does
And
it look
it's,
like?
Not bad.
Not a bad battle on old Carl.
Oh, Carl, you dirty dog, you.
Yeah, he was chatting me up about you earlier, dude, and I
Mm.
was like, you need to fucking pump the brakes on my guy,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean,
All right?
you're our podcast producer, Carl. We can't have a relationship.
No, you don't mix business and pleasure.
You don't mix business and pleasure.
And that's why I fly. United Airlines, friend of the show.
You friend of the show.
That was a United Airlines commercial.
New sponsor, United Airlines.
Friend of the show. He was talking all sorts of crazy stuff.
He's full of shit, though. I don't think he likes me. Doesn't
He
like
did.
me.
He had an affair with Livy Dunn, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he going to introduce you?
She was the sheep.
Carl, you dirty
You
dog.
dirty dog. What are we doing? How are we on time?
Should we go fuck around?
I think so, dude. That was a
Alright.
short one. We kept it short and sweet today.
It's Thanksgiving. We got things to do.
It is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful for you guys for listening.
Yeah, very thankful to you. And once again, thankful to our sponsor, Billow Premium Cannabis. They're the shit. Go smoke their weed.
Love 'em.
And we got shows coming up, baby.
In December.
Coming up in December. First one is going to be Simon Gibson. We'll have another podcast before then.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Simon's coming up. Garrett's coming up, too. Friend of the show, Garrett Nygren.
Hell yeah.
He's going to be here. So, yeah, it's going to be sick. The winner, I'm so stoked.
Two of the silliest guys in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
Silly boys.
They've been crowned the silliest.
Mm-hmm. The king of the silliest.
That'll be fun. I'm ready to do stand-up again. I can't wait to dust off that November flower joke.
That's
Gonna
gonna
fucking
kill.
crush, dude.
Crush.
If that doesn't get a standing O, then
then
what's the point of all this?
then I quit.
Yeah, then I
Yeah.
might as well leave my skis at the resort.
I might as well walk home.
That's insane.
I need to fucking write new jokes. Anyways,
Carl, you got any closing sentences?
Carl,
Any closing thoughts on the podcast? Carl?
fuck him. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time. Mwah,
Love you. Love you. Be safe.
Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast.